What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's dive straight into things. So before we get started, I do want to preface by saying that over the weekend we did have quite high impact news happening. I don't know if you're aware, but Mr. Trump was making more statements about tariffs and such, and has basically introduced tariffs which are going to have a massive effect on how the markets are moving and stuff as soon as they open. And we've only just opened and you can already see prices moved quite a lot. So I can only imagine how volatile this week is going to be, and we need to take that into account. I am also going to find out what high impact news we do have. Bear with me. And as you can see right here, we have high impact news on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for the dollar. I think Thursday is going to be very aggressive with how much news we have, especially jobless claims. That tends to move a lot of move the market quite a lot as well. And then obviously we have employment change weekly as well on the Tuesday. So I'm expecting this week to be quite aggressive. And like I said, with all the news that happened over the weekend, I do think that that's going to send us straight into a move on Monday as well. So we need to take that into account, and it's going to make things way more difficult than it needs to be for us. But nonetheless, let's see what we can do. So let's get rid of that for now. We'll start on the weekly, and we're just going to look to what we're expecting. Now, obviously, I'm still expecting price to want to attack these highs here, and obviously this is that 6-month high. So I am still bullish on dollar in that sense, and I'm expecting price to trade higher. But we do need to take into account that price isn't just going to work its way up there with 3 up-close candles. However, because we are bullish, we should assume that price will have an up-close candle. It's hard to just assume we're going to have a down-close now just because it's the fourth week in our move up into premium. So that's something to take into account. But nonetheless, we will still be able to define PD arrays that are significant to price. So last week, just as anticipated, we did take out this high, which was gorgeous to see. So I can get rid of that now. I'm also going to get rid of the previous week's buy side liquidity because we ran that as well. Now this buy side liquidity is still relevant, and we'll see that as we drop down to the daily. And then this is the midpoint of a to data range. It's a significant swing low that we are moving our way towards. Now, if we look at last week's delivery, as in this week's candle, you can see that we have this large wick that we created. Now, of course, I'm going to split that large wick up, and we're looking at the 50% level as consequent encroachment. As far as I'm concerned, if we fail to trade through this, as in if price finds respect at this level, then we can remain strongly bullish, and we can start looking for longs off the back of this. How fast we get down there, I don't know, especially with how much the market's already moved and we've just opened. And on top of that, like I said, we had loads of high impact news in terms of the tariffs and such. With all of that taken into account, it makes things difficult as to predicting when these things are going to happen. But nonetheless, this is going to be the discount PD array that I'm anticipating price to want to draw towards. And then our buy side liquidity target still remains the same. So that's everything on the weekly. Buy side liquidity, this is the lowest I want to see price trade. Any lower than this consequent encroachment wick on the weekly, a whole different story, and we can start thinking about this gap. But I don't want to think about this gap until we violate this. And like I said, I don't know if we're going to violate that or not. Now, let's go down to the daily just so that we can see the up-to-date range. Hopefully you've watched that video. If not, do go check it out. And you'll see that last week we also traded down into the breaker. And off that we traded higher, just as anticipated as well. I spoke about this in my up-to-date range video, I believe. We tapped the breaker beautifully, or the day after, the video after that. Tapped it beautifully and I've traded higher just as a breaker should. And now we're coming back inside of the range. So this is this level right here is the midpoint of that weekly wick. So that's significant. Let's get that marked out and just write weekly consequent encroachment. Like so. And then this is a previous old low. Now this is significant because I do believe that price is going to still, it's a significant price point, as in price attacked it. I wouldn't be surprised if we want to come back down there again. So that's why I'm anticipating price to want to push this weekly consequent encroachment. And then off the back of that, I want to see it come back inside the range. Now, again, it's not the cleanest of environments. We are essentially trading into what should be bullish order blocks, so we do need to take that into account. But what's interesting is if we split this up, you'll see that weekly consequent encroachment also pretty much lines up with that 50% level of this bullish order block. So that's something to take into account, although the amount of wicks there are does make things very difficult. So let's go down to the 4 hour. I'm going to get rid of this for now, and you can see again, like I said, we've only opened a matter of like 50 minutes ago, I think, and price has already moved significantly lower or gapped lower. And I think only after tomorrow are we going to have a real gauge as to what price is trying to do. But nonetheless, that weekly consequent encroachment also lined up with this breaker, low, high, lower, low expansion. So I'm looking at this up close candle right here, this green candle right here. I'm looking at that, and the way that this lines up perfectly with it is more reason as to why I want to see price roll over and into this, especially with this kind of displacement that we've just had. And then after that, maybe we'll get a retracement, but it's very possible we may stay in consolidation. But I think, like I said, after Monday, we'll have a much more better gauge. This breaker still pretty relevant in that, you know, price has traded into it here. It can very well come back into it. So if we do violate that consequent encroachment, the next point of call would be this this breaker. More specifically, the last up close, which is right here. And we can just mark that out like so. And that's where we tapped into it back here last week. So we very well may come back down there and want to tap into the breaker again. But again, it's just going to be a matter of time. And I think after Monday's trading, hopefully we'll have a better idea. I do like the way that dollar's left these relatively equal highs, although it shows a lot of weakness in dollar because there's divergence here. If you look at the pairs, you'll see that there was a higher high made. No, sorry, there was a lower low made on euro and pound, whereas dollar Dixie itself failed to do that. So it's showing a weakness in dollar, which should help us with the week. And like I said, I anticipate that we're going to roll over. Now, obviously, like I said, we've opened, so let's get that Sunday opening price marked out, which is right here. And we're obviously in a rush to get down to some kind of discount PDA rate. And like I said, with all the news, I'm not very surprised at all. So I don't want to talk too much, but for the week, like I said, ideally the lowest we trade is the weekly consequent encroachment, although we're already nearly there. So it's looking more like maybe this breaker or running these stops. And then I want to see us pull back into the range. I doubt, as much as I want to see an up close week, just because we're bullish, as much as I want to see an up close week, I doubt it's going to happen, especially seeing how aggressively we've moved away already. So we need to take that into account. But other than that, it'll be nice to see if we can come down to the breaker, maybe come back into the range and create some kind of equilibrium. What I do believe is price is going to some kind of level of equilibrium right now, which is where this breakup becomes very significant as well. From this low to this high, if we split this whole range up between this trading range up, and let me just get this a bit more clear for us. And we look at the midpoint, that lines up perfectly with this breaker. So as much as this weekly consequent encroachment is significant to us, we might find that price maybe bounces on it or find some kind of support for a little bit, maybe engineers in some liquidity. It's very well we might be targeting that equilibrium point, which is within this breaker, which I just drew our attention to. Another reason we might do that as well is because we've taken out this significant high since we've traded, right? So when I was talking about this breaker and saying how I want to see price come back to it, and we hadn't taken out a significant swing high yet, as in we were still below it. So for it to come down here, you could argue it's still within the same swing, which means that if this is the end of the swing, why? Because we've taken out a significant high. If this is within the same swing, it returning to the breaker would make sense as well, like it is sensible. But again, I think after tomorrow it'll make a bit more sense. Hopefully I'm making sense. I wouldn't jump too quickly into the charts, but this breaker range, I've just drawn out these levels right here, I'll definitely pay close attention to in terms of our draw. Let me get rid of a few other things, don't need that. And this was that old low I was talking about. I'm going to get rid of that as well, just so we know simply the Sunday opening price. This is a weekly consequent encroachment, so once we violate that, we expect it to act bearishly, so use it as discount and then push us into that breaker. And then from there I want to see a nice reaction, especially with all this high impact news. Again, when it happens, I don't know what's going to happen with the news tomorrow. It's going to be difficult. And like I said, and as I was saying like last week as well, we don't really start trading until Feb ideally. But it is interesting to see how dollar has formed these beautiful relative equal highs for buy side liquidity, which is adding more reason as to why this might be targeted maybe next week or the week after, or as we move into the month of Feb. But for now, especially with how aggressive we've moved, classic price action right here. We're seeing a very weak dollar, meaning that I am looking for that consequent encroachment to get traded to, and like I said, potentially this breaker range. So that's going to be everything on dollar. I hope that all makes sense. I know it's very difficult right now, guys. This is GBP USD. Let's go on to the weekly. And obviously, I do want to see a down close candle because we're bearish. However, we need to understand that for price to move from one level to another, as in this is our target, for price to be able to move down into a discount, it needs to have some kind of pullback on the way. It needs to have some kind of point of distribution on the way down. So we need to anticipate that we may have some up weeks, such as this week, potentially. We don't know yet. But my point is, we need to anticipate it and prepare accordingly. But we're going to do the same thing. We created a massive wick last week. So let's get that drawn out. We're looking at the midpoint, and that's what we call consequent encroachment. Again, ideally price doesn't violate it, but if it does, then we can start looking for further PDRAs such as this high, and then as we drop down to low time frames, some more stuff, and then our discount PDRA still remain the same in that it's being south side liquidity. And when I say south side liquidity, I'm talking about significant swing lows such as here. Now this is a deep discount, but even if we look at this range, the midpoint of that would be enough as well, and this swing low right here is standing out to me as well. So there are levels of south side liquidity which I still have my eyes set on. It's just that for this week in particular, I'm not too confident that price is going to want to continue to roll onto it. I think we might find ourselves in a consolidation and returning into some kind of range. Now let's get rid of this Sunday opening price. Let's get rid of this right here, and we can look at this range, what we're trading back into towards by the looks of things. And again, this is the daily now. So here's the breaker. Again, like I said, price, it's okay for price to return back into the breaker. If it does so be it. And this is that consequent encroachment. So this will make a nice premium target for price to want to try and hit in the premium. And then as we drop down to the 4 hour, we can see again, we've had an interesting day in terms of taking out these stops and already looking aggressively higher. We have this massive gap, so there's going to be reason for price to want to fill that on both sides. And then, like I said, try and maybe come into this consolidation point. But I think after tomorrow, hopefully we'll have a better idea of price. But yeah, pretty much the same thing, just inverted. It looks like we came down, ran stops, aggressive trade to the upside. I'm looking at the last up close candle as potential breaker, and that'd be nice to see if price can wander up into this premium. If it violates that consequent encroachment, then and only then am I going to be looking at maybe this high, which is like a weekly high, I believe, and maybe start looking at the more premium PDRAs. But ideally, we stay within this breaker range between this low and this high. And what we can do to help us with that is look at the last down close, but I don't want to make it too limited. But if we look at the last down close candle, which the breaker technically should be, it's technically here because we're looking at volume, but that's very shallow, as in we're very close to that already. But I'm looking at this consolidation range anyway, as in once price gets up there, I wouldn't be surprised if we struggled around there. Also, we do have high impact news on GBP on Friday and Wednesday. So with that taken into account as well, we need to think about where we are. So when it gets to Thursday and maybe we haven't hit a certain PDRA, and obviously I'll be posting every day, guys, so turn on post notifications. But when it gets to these times of the week and we're like, okay, it hasn't hit its PDRAs, then we know that the news is going to be what sends it. And we saw that happen last week if you were tuned in. But yeah, other than that, like I said, sell side liquidity target is still down here overall, because like I said, ideally we do get down close week because we have a significant sell side target, and we still very well price could just fail, turn up, roll over, and try reaching to the sell side. But we just need to understand that when we've had 3 weeks of down close candles, we need to anticipate that one of them is going to be up close, and we're starting the week after we've had some crazy news over the weekend, so we just need to be easy on ourselves with that. So I hope that's all sensible as well. I'm going to finally finish up on Euro USD. We'll start here on the weekly as well. And Euro, look at that. Insane. Again, though, low, high, lower, low. Looking at these wicks. Price is obviously in a rush to get to some kind of premium, but we'll talk about that in a bit. We can get rid of some stuff. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that. But this is all from last week's videos, guys, if you were tuned in. If you weren't, you can check them out, or just make sure you have post notifications on so you don't miss a video. We'll start on the weekly here. And again, same thing. Ideally, it's down close, but we need to appreciate that it likely won't be. It cannot be. Again, consequent encroachment is our first point of call for our PDRA in the premium. When I mark this out, I'm not saying price can't go through it. I'm just saying if it's going to go up there, ideally it doesn't go through it, because that means that we are still bearish and that we can still think about our PDRAs in the discount. However, if it does get violated, we need to spend more time thinking about higher time frame PDRAs, such as the weekly and daily, that are in the premium, such as this. And the reason I don't like doing that is because, well, we have a bias, we have a reason to want to come down into the discount, so I don't want to be changing it so much, which is why that weekly consequent encroachment indicates so much to us. Because if we go there and it stops, and this does happen, it will stop in its tracks, and then it will consolidate, and then it will like pull back into its range or something, we are still on the right side of the curve and we can continue to trade accordingly. But as soon as it gets violated and price gets a little bit confident once it's above it, it's like it resets its range, and it'll start to create a new range, and it's going to go to a higher premium. That's all. So it's just adjusting to that accordingly, guys. Anyway, beautiful run on stops. Again, I spoke about this last week. I said I wanted to see the sell side get tagged. What happened? We ran it on Friday. Again, we've opened and the price is already moving mad. But nonetheless, that's that consequent encroachment. Like, if we can tap into it, ideally it fails at it. But I'm thinking about price rallying into that. And then later in the week, we can start thinking about it pulling back if it is going to get a reaction off the back of it. But we need to understand that there is a weekly premium PDRA up there. It's just that we can't change our bias so quick, because at the end of the day, look, like we're on the sell side of the curve, and these overall, based off, you know, our up-to-date range analysis and stuff, we should be hunting sell stops as far as I'm concerned, with dollar in mind. But let's not get too hung up on that. Let's go to the 4 hour. Again, crazy displacement, low, high, lower, low displacement. This is the last up close, so we can look at that breaker already, and maybe if in the new day, if price trades into that, if we find support at this level, I'm gonna make this orange. I'm gonna make this bright orange, and in tomorrow's video we'll see how price treats it. But if price wants to find support here, then we can just not easily, but we can comfortably think, okay, it's likely we're going to start running for the next significant swing high, which is here and here. And then where's that lined up with? Our consequent encroachment. And then what happens if we trade through it? Okay, we're looking at, you know, fair value gaps, swing highs, rejection block levels, implied fair value gaps, which is up here, and that's fine. It's just, I think we just need to be wary of it. Again, here's the hourly. And again, I just can't believe how fast we've already moved. We just need to be careful tomorrow. It's very well we could, even in one day, just because of how much news we had on Saturday, even in one day, we could just stretch right up there and price just moves crazy. And that's fine if it does. But we just need to be wary of that. But again, I'm looking at this orange level. If price wants to find support there, that's going to tell us, okay, look, we're bullish. We're very bullish right now, and we want to get somewhere. Where does it want to get to? Well, it has all of these highs, all of this low resistance moving as it gets down. So, you know, it has somewhere to get to, and we have this weekly fair value gap. So we know where it wants to go if it does want to go up there, and we know where it wants to stop if it doesn't want to go up there. So that's going to help us this week a lot. Anyway, I hope that all makes sense, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, turn on post notifications, join the Discord. All of the links are in the description. And I will be posting every day this week, so do stay tuned. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.